Hello, welcome to VNA Broadcast Daily and following today's highlights.
President Trương Tấn Sang joins presidents in Ho Chi Minh City in celebrating the National Great Unity Festive Day. The National Assembly adopts a resolution on the state budget estimates for 2013. Growing mushroom from rice straw proved successful in boosting the local economy in the rural province of Hà Nam.
Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng on November 11th visited Hai Trung Commune, Hải Hậu District in the Red River Delta province of Nam Định.
Hai Trung Commune has a population of 12,700, of whom 27% are Catholic followers. The commune has met 13 out of the 19 standards for New Style rural area. All local households now have access to electricity and clean water. At a working session with the local authorities, the party leader said he is delighted with significant socio-economic progress the local party committee, authorities and people have obtained recently. The party general secretary offered his sympathy to the commune over difficulties and losses on production and people's life caused by the recent storm. Also the same day, the party leader and his entourage offered incense to the Trần Kings at the Trần Temple in Lộc Vượng Commune, Nam Định City.
On November 11th, President Trương Tấn Sang joined residents in Ward 5, District 3, Ho Chi Minh City in celebrating the National Great Unity Festive Day.
The day was observed on the occasion of the founding of the Vietnam Fatherland Front on November the 18th, which marked its 82nd year this year. Talking with local residents, President Sang recalled President Ho Chi Minh's thought on national unity and suggested local authorities and people followed the thinking. He highly valued local people's activities in response to and participating in movements launched by the Vietnam Fatherland Front and local administrations. He asked the local front chapter to think of creative and effective methods to persuade more people from all walks of life to care for the beneficiaries of state policies, poor families, and uphold national pride and patriotism. On the occasion, President Sang presented gifts to 2 poor households in the ward.
The National Assembly adopted a resolution on the state budget estimates for 2013 at its working sessions on November 10th.
Accordingly, budget revenues are projected at 816 trillion VND, roughly $38.8 billion, while spending would be 978 trillion VND, which is $46.5 billion. This would translate into a deficit of 162 trillion VND, equivalent to 4.8% of GDP. The resolution requests that the government pursue a tight fiscal policy in combination with suitable monetary policies to curb inflation and maintain a stable macroeconomy, while seeking ways to fully tap domestic and foreign resources for restoring production, stimulating businesses, and boosting economic growth. The National Assembly also requires the government to strictly manage spending activities to prevent wastefulness and corruption, and promote thrifty spending. New construction and projects will be limited next year in order to save money to pay for completed projects or those stated to complete within 2013. The minimum wage will be adjusted up by 100,000 VND to 1.15 million VND by July 1st next year. Earlier the same day, the National Assembly debated a draft resolution on conducting vote of confidence on officials holding positions elected or approved by the National Assembly or People's Councils. Most deputies agreed that such a move is necessary to improve the efficiency of supervision over the work of these officials, while stressing that the voting process must be open and transparent. They said the resolution will strengthen the Constitution and represent the National Assembly's responsibilities to voters and the people.
A workshop on trade and investment promotion in Vietnam has been held in Kent City in the United Kingdom just after the 6th Vietnam-UK Joint Economic and Trade Committee ended in London.
Vietnamese Deputy Minister of Trade and Investment Ho Thị Kim Thoa briefed UK investors on developments in the bilateral relations, particularly economic and trade cooperation, since the two countries signed a strategic partnership agreement in September 2010. Trade turnover between the two countries rose by an average 20% a year and surpassed $3 billion in 2011, of which Vietnam exported goods worth $2.4 billion. In the first 9 months of this year, two-way trade turnover between the two countries reached $2.5 billion, Thoa said, adding that she expects the figure would increase in this year. Deputy Director of the UK Trade and Investment in Vietnam, Pai Craven, also said Vietnam has an ideal strategically geographical position in Asia. He affirmed the country is a potential investment destination for UK investors, with such advantages as the high economic growth and a young, skilled and dynamic population.
The model of growing mushroom from rice straw has been adopted by many communities across the country. In the rural province of Hà Nam, the model has proved successful in boosting the local economy and reducing pollution in the area.
Duc and his family from Phú Phúc Commune, Lý Nhân district have gathered straw from the rice harvest to grow mushrooms for the last 2 years. According to Duc, 300 kilos of fresh mushroom can be grown from every ton of straw, earning him between 3 to 4 million dong, equivalent to $150 to $200 each month.
Mushroom growing brings good profit, 2 to 3 times higher than that of growing rice. What's more, all the materials are available locally, and we can easily sell our products. Furthermore, it stops people throwing the straw into the irrigation canals, saving the cost of clearing the waterways. The model is now used in 15 households, and we intend to further expand it in the future.
In the past, rice cultivation was the major source of income of most Phú Phúc residents. Since seeing the effectiveness of the new model, many have visited Duc's house to learn from his experience.
I have joined a mushroom growing course held by our cooperative. I think this model is really good and suitable for our family. I've applied the model for nearly 1 month.
According to the Provincial Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, the province will invest 38 billion dong to develop the model up until 2015. 40 households will take part in the scheme this year, rising to 220 in 2015. The success of the model in Hà Nam proves that growing mushroom in a sustainable way not only helps farmers increase their income, but also contributes to the national target of $1 billion annual turnover from the production of mushrooms.
The Central Highland province of Kon Tum is home to 6 ethnic groups. The province recently organized several festivals to highlight the rich and unique cultures of the local tribes.
More than 70 specialty dishes from the 6 ethnic groups, including Bana, Jalai, Sedang, Rẻ Chiêng, Rơmâm and Bro, have been displayed at the recent food festival in Kon Tum city. Ethnic artisans introduce visitors to their unique dishes, normally reserved for special occasions and distinguished guests. Visitors were impressed by specialties like meat of bamboo rat cooked with bamboo sprout, fried cricket, and grilled fish covered with pineapple leaf and fried pupa. The dishes are cooked wrapped in leaves or bamboo tubes to keep the original taste. A statue sculpture festival for local ethnic groups was also held at the same time in Kon Tum with the participation of 30 artists. With their skillful hands and excellent imagination, the artists impressed visitors with their unique cultural features. Local ethnic groups have the custom of placing statues around tombs or burning them with the dead. Statues featuring pregnant women or the child and the father are typical of the ethnic group's philosophy. the statues made at the festival will ultimately be displayed at the Country Museum.
And this comes to the end of our news today. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.